Hello everyone, welcome to Minor Incidents episode 22, covering Major Crimes, season 3, episode 3, Frozen Assets. This was the comedy episode. Crime side of the story, we had this woman's dog who was found murdered, but the woman had died maybe not even that long ago, and left all her money to her dog, like billions of dollars to her dog. She had a ridiculous house, ridiculous lawn ornaments all around her house. Flynn and Provenza have Rusty in the car. I think they were coming back from seeing his mom. Here it ends up being someone from the Closer's past, who went by the name of Dick Tracy, but he's going by his real name now, Baird or Beard, something like that. Baird. So the guy's like, he's telling him, we found a murder and all this other stuff, and Flynn and Provenza get out of the car. Huffing and Gruff, they're like, this is not going to be good. And then they find that it's a dog. They're like, are you kidding me right now? Dog was poisoned, and it sets off a whole other series of events with like cousins who were fighting over inheritance. This next door neighbor who wanted to sell the house is the one who ended up killing her, but like there was cryogenics involved and with the woman's head, and it was just everywhere.
It's like Walt Disney but female.
Yes, same hair though.
It was a wig too.
But today was like pushed to be a Flynn and Provenza episode. But as we were watching it, we quickly came to realize that it was more of a Sharon Rader episode than it was Flynn and Provenza at all.
I think she just
or like
so
a threesome
to
kind of thing.
Steal the show.
She did.
She stole her own show.
Because we had Sharon Rader doing undercover work for the first time.
God.
Well, I mean, they did the one thing season 1 where they went to the restaurant, remember?
Yeah, but this was
we
a
had
different
that
aspect.
Yes, but I'm saying we did have that.
It was like, Mr. T?
This was really undercover.
Mr. T, is that you?
With all her chains.
Yes.
Yes. It ends up being that the neighbor is the one that killed the dog, and that the old woman died of natural causes. On a personal front, we had Rusty, who wants to get a part-time job in order to support his mom. And Flynn is kind of like his sounding board in this situation, because Flynn has done therapy. He's done AA. He's done all of this stuff. He's been there before. And he's trying to tell Rusty she needs to do it for herself. That's Sharon being particularly funny. Not
hysterical.
Just hysterical. Just like little things, little facial movements, little body movements she was making. And we're just sitting there cracking up. And I don't even realize if Mary knew she was doing it. It was just that funny.
Some of the time, I don't think she like actually realized what she was doing, or actually knew like the it was going to be on her at that point, because it wasn't Sharon Rader, it was Mary McDonald.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
that's kind
there
of
wasn't like a multi-character like situation going on. Like they didn't have like a lot of storylines going on. Like even like the personal front, there wasn't a lot going on.
No, because it was just Rusty, and that was only really in the first half of the story, and then that was it.
It was like
that
mainly
was
the case
story. Yeah, that was
because it was too funny to actually have anything else going on.
What did we like about this episode? Sharon Rader's undercover work.
Oh my god, when like what was her name, Mrs.
Winslow.
That's Winslow. It's just like when they said Mrs. Winslow, and she just like turned around, and we just lost.
We were like,
done.
We have been asking for Sharon Rader to go undercover for 2 seasons now.
To this extent. Like, it was hysterical. Like,
we were just
stole the show. Like, even though it was like supposed to be like a Flynn and Provenza episode.
It was a Sharon Rader episode. It was almost like them three, like a holy trinity.
But she was like,
hilarity.
On the hilarity level, she was like here.
Yeah.
And they were like right there. It was hysterical.
It was so great. I like that Rusty wants to help his mom.
I like that he wants to help his mom, but I also don't like that he wants to help his mom, because it's also enabling his mom.
And I like how Flynn is the sounding board for that.
Yes, because he has experience in
they're like,
that.
oh wait, remember he went to AA.
Yeah.
Hey, that works. What do we not like about this episode?
That was solely based on a dog.
Yeah, it was based on a true
Maltese
story.
Falcon, arsenic, and old lace.
There were some really cheesy comments made throughout this episode.
Like when Provenza said old lace, I was thinking it, and then he said it.
She's Provenza, in case you missed that.
When I'm 800 years old,
no,
I will be the female Provenza.
You're
I
him
am
now.
the female Provenza now.
I didn't like that Sanchez and Tal and
We're basically mute
Buzz
during this episode.
were pretty much mute. Although I did like that we had Amy and Raider in the court in the
interrogation room.
Interrogation room again, because we don't usually have them two interrogation together. But I didn't like how those other three dudes hardly had any lines.
Their facial expressions we had to go
which
off
was
of.
hilarious in its own right, but we didn't have anything from them, essentially.
No. And
I just don't like how, if we're going to center on three characters, that the other characters get lost.
Yeah.
Just
work on that.
Work on that. I mean, you know. What are we rating it?
I'm going to rate it a 9, just for the hilarity of it. For the hilarity, I'm going to rate it a 9, but I guess for, like, the story content, it was like an 8.
I agree with that. I actually really agree with that. I think last year's funny Flynn and Provenza episode was funnier than this season's, and that's fine, but
I think it was this one. Okay, the last season's was funny, but this one was funny too for the sheer fact that, like, Raider just totally took over in the hilarity of it all.
We were just beside ourselves with laughter.
Dying, like actually cackling.
Yes. Oh my God, Mary
and her posh voice.
She brought back that Dot Emerson voice.
It wasn't quite Dot Emerson level, but it was.
What are we predicting?
Something's gonna go down with Sharon Beck.
Rusty, it looks like, has gone to tell his mom that he can't fully support her.
Why is it his responsibility?
I think he just feels like a personal. Because remember, when he was younger, he took care of his mom.
Yeah.
He took care of her getting cleaned up when she would be in a drug stupor. Just, you know, many, many things that he shouldn't have had to be depended on for, but he just was, or he felt like he had to do it. Where now it's like, I'm a grown adult and you have to learn to be too.
So what I'm getting from this is, if he wants to support his mom, she's going to be getting out of rehab soon. Mm-hmm. So, like, where's that going to go?
That's what he was saying. She's going to try to get into a halfway house or whatever. And then Andy was saying that in order for her to be successful in something like that, that she will have to get a job and be able to depend on herself.
So why is he trying to get a job to support her?
Because he's used to doing that.
Well, he needs to stop.
I'm sorry.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
Oh, that's what Sharon was saying. He wasn't really, he's like, I'm not really
he needs to finish
comfortable with working because of the position he was going for. He's like, I'm not really comfortable with doing that and having that much pressure on me. And Sharon's like, oh no, that's fine. Sharon Raider was like, oh no, that's fine. You know, work on your studies and then we'll decide when you're done. Which is the way to go.
Yeah.
Last week's question of the episode was, were you as affected by Julio's tears as we were, or something along the lines of that? And no one answered, so we hate you all.
Thanks, guys.
But you will be happy to
support.
You'll be happy to know at the end of these 19 episodes, we will be picking a top episode person. They will be getting a prize. I'm not telling you what that prize is.
So, you might want to start commenting.
But start commenting and you'll get some goods. This episode's question of the episode will be, do you think Rusty is going to want to keep supporting his mom, or do you think he's going to realize, hey, she got to do it for herself?
No and yes.
Comment. Let them decide that.
Comment
down there, and then we'll talk about it. Next episode, we have Letting It Go. Episode 4 of Season 3. Did no one think about this?
Frozen assets.
Letting it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
No one?
Good job. Stay tuned for all of our jokes.
Go. Let it go.
Turn away
and slam the door.
No, I never liked the cold anyway.
It was the cold never bothered me anyway. If you watch the movie, God.
Sorry, I'm not obsessed with it.
Neither am I, but at least I know that much. So disappointed in you. While she was doing her undercover work, she named some people. And one in particular made us go, yes! Because she named DuPonts. And if you know where we're from Delaware, which is like DuPont country here. Usually everybody is related to the DuPont. Well, not so much related, but you know somebody who's related to the DuPonts. And that just made us go inside. Down
If
there.
you like free shit, you'll comment.
Do you like free shit? I like free shit.
I do too. That's how I got season 2 of Rizzoli and Isles.
Oh, that's right. You did, didn't you?
Mhm.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Is that English?
Yeah. They understood.